Hello everyone, we have a new Habby game out, and this could possibly be the biggest one we've seen yet, depending on how they do their advertising. If you're not familiar with the company Habby, 4 years ago they took a gamble and had PewDiePie make a video on the game Archero. It worked out for him, took off, and the company pretty much blew up. Recently though, they had the new game Survivor.io, which you'll probably see a ton of TikTok's ads out there, and just about an ad on every single platform possible, and they like to invest their money into big name Chinese streamers to help promote the game too. But now in soft launch, we have Sssnaker, that's with 3 S's, and I gotta say, I played it, and this is bringing back a lot of vibes from the days of playing Archero. The way this is gonna work is you are a snake with cannons for your body, and as you go and kill enemies, you are going to grab more cannons and pretty much make yourself this big long snake to just dominate the whole board. But these cannons can be upgraded with different abilities, and I gotta say, thank God they finally added the feature to long press onto these things to actually say what they do. In Archero, it was kind of one of those things where you never knew actually what things were and what was the purpose of them, so you had to go through and really find out all the hidden stats. And that's not to say that there isn't hidden stats inside this, but there definitely is a lot more clarity than there is typically inside a Habby game. Some of the main abilities that we can grab are going to be fire, ice, and plant, and we go and grab one of these, it's going to take one of the cannons on our body and transform it into that style ability. Once we get these abilities attached to our body, well, now we're going to have the chance and option to upgrade them, kind of like you would see in Archero where you have to pick between the 3 abilities. But the plant, for example, at 1 star is going to get a double shot. At 2 star, you're going to get the piercing effect. And at 3 star, you're going to get the ricochet out of it. And these are all going to be different for the fire and the ice and a number of other abilities inside the game. When it's your first time running into a mob or a boss, they're going to be introduced into the screen and give you a brief description of what their actual attack is. So you're not actually guessing and you know what's coming at you. One thing that I found really different from all the Habby games is when you go and kill a boss, there's no healing up and there's no chest or prize or extra ability you're going to be able to grab from defeating it. And there's also not a lot of health to grab inside the game, which means you have pretty good chances of dying. When it comes to the gear inside the game, it looks pretty standard between all the Habby games, although the actual design does look a little bit more similar to Punball in it, but they do give us the recycle feature, which would pretty much mean if you want to go and level down your equipment, you get all your resources back without losing anything. But if you know Habby games, you know how much they love their money, and they do have S-grade equipment inside here, and I gotta say, it does look pretty awesome. And you can see here, based by how many pieces of that S-grade gear that you have on, you're gonna get additional bonuses inside the game and that kind of cool fiery glowing effect. I will say that the game is big on trying to have you complete a circle by touching your head to your tail of the snake, and doing this will give some extra buffs and pretty much make a large attack bonus inside the game. And speaking of making money, we do have a 7-day time quest, which is pretty much a way that Habby really gets rich off of us here. If you played Survivor.io, you know you could play it all the way up to that 7th day, just about complete everything from grinding nonstop to find out that you need to spend a little bit more money just to go and unlock that last and final reward. As far as the talent tree inside the game, this one's pretty similar to Survivor.io, but you can see they're actually calling this portion abilities on it. And you can see every 3 is going to unlock another area where we're going to need a special gem in order to get those. Now, I will say, if you did play Survivor.io, this is not easy compared to that. This is going to make you struggle a couple of times, especially the first board. I had to play 3 times myself in order to beat it. I don't consider myself good, but I still consider myself better than the average player. I would put this more online of how Archero was and the feel of it just by playing for the hour and a half that I've already played. Now, I'm not 100% certain all the areas that this game is available, but I'm pretty certain it is available in Canada and Germany for both iOS and Android. If you want me to make a video on how to make a new account on Google or even Apple in order to get these, or use VPN, APKs, let me know in the comments below. I'd be more than happy to do so. Now, there already is a community started over on Discord for this game. I'll have that linked in the pinned comment. And if you guys want to join up on my Discord, chat about this too, feel free to join. I'll have that in there also. I will say that when I first saw this game, it wasn't anything that really amazed me, but once I started playing this, I found out it's actually an incredibly fun game. And this is the same thing that happened to me with Survivor.io. I was like, I don't know, I'm not really that big on those type of games, but here I am later, already been playing it for 5-6 months straight nonstop. But I'm really curious to know what you guys think of this game. Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and remember, I pick my butt.